diapers for your kid. And that's a long day. That's 7 long days in a week if you're poor. When things are right, you're not thinking about time. Time is leaving you. Time is just... because you went to the movies and wasted 3 hours.
Headphones on, but you can still hear the beat through the wall. Feel like I'm stuck, not happy at all. Doing it to survive, not trying to be great. Losing track of time, I'm in a flow state. Is it still progress if I'm happy when I'm high? Would you want to know the truth about all my lies? I was close to the edge, but received a pure hug. My happiness comes and goes like the tolerance of a drug. Would you still love me if I went insane? Would you still love me if I went insane? If I don't know my mistakes, am I still to blame? If I don't grow, will we still end up the same? I think people looking at me, so I start to feel sick. I think people talking about me, so I start to sweat. I see people running at me, so I start to flee. I see people running at me, so I start to flee. I see people yelling at me, I lose all control. I lose all control. I lose all control. Chose me when I needed her the most, threw down a ladder and gave me some hope. Learning to sit with my own thoughts, I'm now the master of my own destiny. I'm now in control of me. So when things get tough, I will not flee. Am I happy because I'm not drinking? Or am I not drinking because I'm happy? Am I happy because I'm not drinking? Or am I not drinking because I'm happy? above water, losing my thoughts in my insanity, sinking before getting the chance to float, struggle on my own, need someone to manage me, lump in my throat, I feel like I'm going to choke. My decisions always end up so wrong, my addiction took a hold of me. As a car, someone hold me close, about to fall to my depths, looks like I've got nothing left. Walk through the desert, yet water didn't quench my thirst. Trapped in the ocean, yet the sand didn't dry me out. Content is an illusion, one which if I didn't stay present will never be solved. Sometimes it feels like I'm working without my hands. Cut a slice of myself for you and watch the sadness ooze out. Stitch it up with writing and sharing. I just wrote some of it down. Hope it clears my conscience. Just made a to-do list, now I feel less anxious. If I keep avoiding this, I know I'll end up back in the hole. If I keep avoiding this, I know I'll end up back in the hole. If I keep avoiding this, I know I'll end up back in the hole.
I've been wanting to be a musician for so long. You know, there's no other way about it for me, I guess.
1,000 thoughts a second, overwhelming for a coward, million miles an hour, commanding me to prosper, beckon them to succumb to failure. Use facts, cut through emotion, remove myself from situation, and avoid commotion. Stop drinking now, so I could raise a son in 5 years. Hence lines on my face reflect the experience of my mental state. Neglect the time on my plate, and I catch up with the world long. Obstacles the way out, no contact with friends or family. There's a reason for this. You're guilty every day, would like to drown in abyss. Digging through the sky to find some kind of meaning, creeping through the earth to see some light, discussing ideas within my head. I hold on to fear to shelter from death, crying softly, the fog engulfs my soul. Man's greatest misfortune is that he was once a child. Green lights in my bedroom, look in your daughter's eyes, stole a hospital gown, the pressure's on my mind. Feel harder when you're sober. Lying about a COVID test, comparable to murder where I'm from. Middle class morals, searching red for life's answers. Aches and pains in my shoulders, cause I'm carrying the world on them. Aches and pains in my shoulders, cause I'm carrying the world on them. Aches and pains in my shoulders, cause I'm carrying the world on them. Aches and pains in my shoulders, cause I'm carrying the world on them. Aches and pains in my shoulders, cause I'm carrying the world in them.
From the outside, the hallways closing in. the life I chose. Pain bleeding like red from a rose. Malnourished of human contact, all alone. Isolation has taken its toll. Dirt suffocates the seeds, they will not grow. Last words onto my scroll. I never pass through the mesh, an empty and barren hell. Separation forever until I rest. Anxiety surrounds me, I will never tell. Sickened by everyday disease, grimace behind pained eyes. I beg for forgiveness, please. Around every corner, paranoia and spies. A vacant soul trapped between two eyes. Downward spiral is strategically mapped. Not the same, I can't deny. Glass engulfs the surface. Addiction disintegrates his purpose. Through sobriety and addiction I write these scriptures. I walk these cold streets alone, no one else, just me and my own. Crumbling all around me, everything just seems so. Darkness looms, closing in, swallowed by shadows. Life moves slow, our future will grow. I lost my body and gave up my mind. The force pulled me like the clockwise direction of the tide. I lost my body and gave up my mind. The force pulled me like the clockwise direction of the tide.
What keeps mankind alive? You gentlemen who think you have a mission to purge us of the 7 deadly sins.
Learning to sit with my thoughts, I'm the master of my own destiny. I am now in control of me, so when things get tough, I will not flee. Am I not drinking because I'm happy, or am I happy because I'm not drinking? How are you negative and unhappy when you've got a wife and a kid? Some would consider this a life made in God's gift. How can I attain what's untainable? Is it still mine if I don't own it? Whose thoughts are these? They came to me, I didn't write it or will it. They say you're not burning the end of the candle, but you're burned out. They say you're not burning the end of the candle, but you're burned out. Ideas holding me down need to churn out. Shadows out the corner of my eyes. Destroy everything and watch others fight fires. Rest in restlessness to my dead wife. Wasted years on my phone, spent all my money, no hope of a home. Displaced alone and left to roam. Wanna be addicted but can't bring myself to drink. Whose thoughts are these telling me to think? I remember the good times we had. Now I see you next to me as I light up a bowl crying and sad. Seem to be avoiding things that will bring human betterment. I shouldn't care about your feelings, but they seem irrelevant. Appear as though it's becoming harder to stay sober. All it would take is a slip, then a sip, and then it's all over. Am I happy because I'm not drinking, or am I not drinking because I'm happy? Spend most of my existence overthinking. What's the use dwelling on this or getting sappy? Burn these words when done recording. Don't want people to see what I'm going through. Look up at the sky, I can see my father's faith in me. Look down at the ground, can hear my ancestors making space for me. Body slowly decaying. Will my mind follow or remain intact? The corners of the room closing in, they're fraying. Life ain't working, need to reroute. Change tact or learn new ways to react. Negative mindset is one's own doing. Below the surface bubbles are brewing. Protecting myself from demons and relapse with amethyst. Can one be their own therapist?
beautiful scene. Oh, what a beautiful end scene to see. Laying on a cliff, staring at the stars.
Careering through the fog in the midst of the fibres. In my mind, 4 table legs keep me afloat. Eyeballs reversed horizontally, almost all liars. Socks around calves tighten like concrete in a boat. Buckets of water like a pulley system, back and forth, darkness and light. Dog with a marrow, a prince's plight. When you're alone, you always mistake a victim. This is not a phase, this is a theme. This is not a phase, this is a theme. Children's books do their best to not drown. A bigger plot at play, a grander scheme. This is not a phase, this is a theme. Buried amongst the ruins, a king without a crown. Children's books do not do their best not to drown. Red dot, grey dot, white dot, black dot. The angels are all uneven against. A prisoner unto himself, an infant in a cot. Moving sideways like checkered games is only posing questions with an answer already making sense. Unbeknown to others, they slide in mud in mind, overtaking one's mind, bricks within a vine. Final letters written in blood, the score will never be settled, aspiring to something beyond life, contest one man's medal. Thoughts of ever ending it all, forgetting baby and wife. Thin veil over deepest, darkest memories, hollowed out canvas, a mind is the enemy. Trail of crumbs reaching a greener pasture. In this life there is no happy ever after. Moonwalking, no moving forwards. No suicidal thoughts today, I guess that's progress. Half-formed thoughts become sentences. Because I don't like the silence. Devil on my shoulder that adds to my stress. How I'm meant to help others when I'm thinking about suicide daily. I feel no joy anymore, I wish someone would erase me.